Last week, I got to host my very first gaming showcase right here on the channel called Indie Quest. It featured over 40 upcoming independently developed Japanese-style RPGs, and all the trailers were exclusive to the show, and I even got to announce the game, which was pretty cool. So in this video, I want to count down the 10 most exciting games from the show based on your feedback. I put out a poll that you guys all voted in, plus I'm just taking general hype sentiment from the live chat and on Twitter after the fact. If you missed the live show, I'll leave it as a pinned comment down below and in the description, and I'll probably have it as a card somewhere here, but make sure you check it out if you haven't already. All right, first up, let's talk about Infinite Alliance. That was the game that I got to reveal at the show, and it was so cool. So it's being developed by Critical Games, the team behind 8-Bit Adventures 2, and it's a crossover JRPG with 13 other indie JRPG titles, including Chained Echoes, 8-Bit Adventures 2, My Familiar, Jack Move, and tons more. It was really cool to see people call this like the Avengers of indie JRPGs. Chat was freaking out. This was such a cool reveal to have in the show. But it's basically a 16-bit style RPG with turn-based combat. You can have 3 characters in your party at a time. There's up to 9 total playable characters. And basically all these characters from these different games come to this world and they need to save it. And you know what the really cool thing about this game is? It's gonna be free. Yes, and we're not talking about gacha or DLC or anything like that. It's just totally free. Essentially, they wanted this as marketing for all the other games in the game. If you like the game and you want to support all the teams behind it, just buy the games that are going to be a part of it. Next up, the game that definitely got the most love in the poll after the fact was Seed of Nostalgia. Now, this is your prototypical throwback JRPG. It's got stunning pixel art. It looks absolutely incredible. There's so many different layers that make it look incredible, really great animation. They have 2D animated cutscenes that look fantastic, and a really cool turn-based combat system. Basically, if you do basic attacks, it'll build up something called TP, and then you can spend the TP to unleash special attacks. It looks really neat. Plus, it has this rockin' soundtrack. I urge you to go watch the new trailer because the song in that trailer, I just cannot get it out of my head. I've just been having it on loop as I've been walking around and just working during the day because it's so good. Now, it's also coming to PC and consoles, and I believe you can still back it on BackerKit. It had a hugely successful Kickstarter campaign, so if you want to support it, there's lots of different ways. Can't wait to play this one. Now, before we get to the next indie JRPG, let me tell you about a game coming out real soon that I think you're gonna love and is a sponsor for today's video. Raito Remastered: The Mystery of the Soulless Army. This is a remaster of the original 2006 PS2 game Devil Summoner Raito Kuzunoha vs. the Soulless Army. You play as the titular Raito Kuzunoha as he investigates the kidnapping of an heiress, but this leads him down a darker and more dangerous path than he could have ever imagined. There's a ton of quality of life features that have been added to make this game feel completely fresh. There's revamped visual models recreated in HD, including environments expanded into full 3D, a completely overhauled battle system, where battles now have a 360-degree free camera control, more gameplay variety and special skills, plus the ability to summon 2 demons versus just 1, not to mention over 120 demons to recruit and investigate cases with. Fully voiced characters in the main storyline, and tons of other cool quality of life features like a brand new UI, quick saving, the ability to jump, and brand new side quests. Raito Remastered: The Mystery of the Soulless Army launches June 19th, 2025 for PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series S and X, Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Switch 2. Check out my link in the description to order your copy today. Thanks once again to Sega and Atlus for sponsoring this video, and now back to the video. Now, one game I have had my eye on for a very long time is The Time I Have Left. One look at this game, and you can tell it just has a striking art style. Those dark shadows, the kind of pink and purple hues, it looks incredible. And also has a really compelling plot. You play as a character named Aline, and she finds herself in a deserted underground colony, but there's a twist. She only has 6 hours to live. So the game is a race against the clock to find a way out before time is up. And the game features dynamic turn-based combat system, and there's also a lot of adventure elements. Think Resident Evil or Parasite Eve, where you have to collect clues and kind of find your way around. Plus, this game has a free demo that you can try right now, so if you want to see what it's like, you can give it a go. Another big fan favorite was Forge of the Fae, and this is going to sound like a broken record as we go through this video, but it has stunning pixel art. Like, just all the little details are incredible, and it's beautifully animated. Just all the different attacks, the way the characters move around the environments, the way the enemies attack, it looks incredible. And it also has this Celtic inspired soundtrack for this Celtic inspired world, like lots of violins and harmonicas and flutes. It sounds incredible. Definitely go check out the new trailer if you haven't seen it already. The soundscape is so good. And it also has this really cool crystal system that makes for unique and dynamic turn-based combat. You can kind of customize your playstyle. And if you want to see what it's all about, you can go try the free demo right now. One of the most unique games of the entire show was Artis Impact. It kind of has this minimalist pixel visual style, but it's also incredibly stylistic at the same time. It has these sort of comic book inspired cutscenes where there'll be like a square and then something cuts in or something slowly animates in the background. It just looks incredible. Just as you're watching, you're like jaws on the floor, wondering how they came up with this style. And it also has some really cool looking turn-based combat. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what's going on, but if you want to figure it out for yourself, you can try the demo. And this is one of the few games in the show that had a release date coming out August 7th. So if you're excited for this game, you think it looks cool, you won't have to wait that long to play it. Now, another one of the big audience favorites from the show was Kingdoms of the Dump. And this game was made by real janitors, and you play as a garbage can named Dustin Binsley trying to save the lands of Phil. And yes, I'm being totally serious. You can just see the game on display right here. Everything has to do with like trash or trash cans. And it kind of sounds like a joke, but it's so incredibly well made. You can just see the incredible pixel art, how it's animated, the mode 7, everything looks incredible. And it also has 2D animated cutscenes and some sick looking turn-based combat. It's a classic style JRPG with a unique sense of humor, and I cannot wait to play it. And thankfully, we won't have to wait too long as it's going to be out later this year. Now, one game I can hardly believe is an indie game is Runa. Believe it or not, this is only being made by 3 people, which is absolutely wild. This had a hugely successful Kickstarter campaign last year, and it's looking absolutely amazing. It has this gorgeous 3D art style in a stunning world, and it features turn-based combat with 4 party members, and the rest of the game seems really ambitious with all its other features, like a romance system, town building, farming, fishing, and tons more. I just don't know how 3 people are making this game. Now, hopefully it can live up to all the expectations set from this trailer because it looks incredible. Now, one of my personal favorites from the show and a game I've been a personal champion of is Zerra's Adventure. Just one look at it and you can tell it's incredibly cute and charming. It just puts a smile on my face every time I see it. It's so bright, colorful, well animated, and it has a great sense of humor. You can't hear the soundtrack now, but if you listen to the soundtrack in the trailer, it just seems so upbeat and fun. And as you're watching it, you can just tell this game is going to be a good time. Now, it blends turn-based combat, platforming, and game show elements. Not quite sure what's going on there. They are going to be launching a Kickstarter soon with the hopes of launching the game next year, so I hope you consider supporting the game because I think it looks amazing and deserves our support. Now, you want to talk about stylish, let's talk about My Familiar. It's very 90s inspired with monsters and kind of gross out humor. One look at it and you'll probably think of cartoons like All Real Monsters and Ren and Stimpy. Now, the Indie Quest trailer had this banging rap song that had the live chat going nuts, and that's also a song I've been kind of singing in my head as I've been editing the show and then after the show is over. But in the game, it's kind of this buddy cop RPG where you're solving crimes and getting mixed up in the dark underbelly of the city. Everything about this game seems so unique and sounds like a home run for a great game. And it also has a free demo available now if you want to give it a go. Last but not least, here we've got Godshard Chronicles. Now, this is the only game on the list with action combat. Not only that, but it does have 2-player couch co-op. So for all you couch co-op people out there, this is your game. And it's impressive for a lot of different reasons. One, it's got voice acting, it's got 2D animated cutscenes, and it has music by prolific JRPG composers like Noriyuki Iwadare of Lunar and Grandia fame, and Michiko Naruki from the Wild Arms series. So if you're a fan of action RPGs or just classic mana games, this one is one to keep your eye on for sure. Now, if you thought those looked great and you want to see over 30 more incredible looking indie JRPGs, click this video right here to watch the full Indie Quest showcase. I promise you'll love it and you'll probably find your next indie hidden gem.